Hi Cancer, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am already getting cards out here. I am in Carmel, Indiana, and it is snowing today. We're supposed to have 5 to 8 inches, so I love a good snow day. So nothing better to do but finish up my readings because I figure a lot of people are going to be sitting watching YouTube today. Anyhow, I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. And if you've been here before, welcome back. You know how I do this. I usually pull out 4, 5, 6, however many want to come out, tarot cards. And, okay, so I'm taking that one too. No, I feel like that's supposed to be up. Oh my gosh, do I want all these? Okay, sorry here. I want that one for sure. Do I want any of these? No. All right. Don't ask me how I do that because I don't even know. All right, so the first thing we have is a 9 of Wands. We are almost at the end of completion on something, but it was like the air got let out of your balloon. Queen of Wands, and it feels like another person was the one that did it to you. This feels like it might have something to do with work because that's juggling your pentacles. And a Knight of Pentacles. Holy moly, what do we got here? And the Lover's card. And the Wheel of Fortune. All right, let me think about this. let me think about what we've got here. 9 of Wands in the upright would have been traveling, forward movement, fast forward movement, but it's in reverse. So that to me makes me think that you were cruising down the road and had a blowout. A real blowout or just a mental blowout, but something knocked you off kilter. And I feel like there's this Queen of Wands, this other person in your life, and she does not feel like a very nice person. And that person may have been the cause of it, or that person is not supportive and is kind of sitting there. It feels like she's being very judgmental, and she's like going, I knew that was going to happen, bitch. And it feels like this like energy of like conflict, and this person feels very narcissistic and not like a very nice person, and you are struggling with this right at the moment, and I feel like you're kind of blaming yourself. Yeah, and she's getting in your ear, and she's throwing doubt up within yourself, making you question whether you're doing the right thing or not. Since it came up in the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, okay, so this is what I feel at the moment, that you and a coworker got into a tussle at work. She said, she said type of thing. He said, she said something at work. And the boss is not believing you. Holy crap. This is like the weirdest stuff coming through. Sorry. Okay. So this is what's coming through. You and this person are not getting along. It happened at work. And the boss it has been brought in the middle of it. And the boss and the biatch at work have had a thing going. And it's like you don't have a leg to stand on because, of course, he is going to be the one that's going to stick up for this other gal, even though she may not be right whatsoever. And you are feeling like you are just this. That's a bad situation, kind of, or a sad, tough situation to be in. So I'm trying to figure out what the lesson is here. And the Wheel of Fortune card came up. So it is a life lesson that is happening. So let's do this. I'm going to do some emotions cards. Let's get what kind of emotions are all going on between you, her, and the boss. And see if we can figure out what's going on and what lessons are being brought up for you to learn at this point in time, and how you can get through this when it's kind of like them against you. How can, okay, what kind of emotions? Jealous. Okay, she, the Queen of Wands, Biatch, is jealous of you. And okay, so she in her own personal life feels powerless because she doesn't have the confidence that you have. And so it's kind of like, I feel like I'm hearing like gunning for you. She's been gunning for you for a long time. She's been gunning for your position for a long time. She wants what you have. But the thing is, she's not ever going to get what you have because you have an inner light, an inner confidence that she does not have. She has not learned how to tap into her inner self yet. And you do have that. And so okay, so this makes a little more sense. I was like, where in the heck is this going to? So, okay, what other emotions are going on with this particular storyline? Embarrassed in the upright position. I mean, in the reverse position. But who's not? Okay. She's not, okay, let me think about this. She's not embarrassed to use people is what I'm feeling. And so she's a user. You've got her number. You knew you need to keep an eye out for her. But she kind of came from the side and made you look bad. And you didn't really do anything. So you didn't, I feel like you didn't deserve this. So as I feel like this relieved thing just came up, and I feel like you're watching this going, God, I am so relieved that somebody understands what's happened here. Because I feel like you've kind of had a struggle of, it's been a little bit of some people ganging up on you at work because she's turned some people against you. And she's very creative. She was very creative at how she came after you. All right. So what else? What else do we have going on here with you and this not so nice person? That one. Excited. Well, the one thing that makes me think of is they're trying to separate the two of you, and that makes you excited because you don't like her. You haven't enjoyed working with her or beside her or on her team anyway. And if they separate the two of you, you're kind of like, even though it's messed up one part of my life, at least I'm not going to have to deal with her anymore, is kind of the feeling that I've got going there. Is there's just a person at work that's just being, she's just not very nice. And it's because she's jealous of you. So just know that. She's jealous of you. Okay, what lessons? I was thinking in my head, why is this being brought up? And the fresh start card came up. This is giving you an opportunity for a fresh start. This is being given to you to start all over, doing something else, somewhere else, somehow, because you would have never done this on your own before. You were comfortably numb, I will say, and you would not have budged or moved or done anything if this hadn't have happened. So this is, and because the Wheel of Fortune came out, it feels like it was a fated event. You know, it was kind of like you and this person were probably best friends in a previous life. And she's like, I'm going to help you get out of this situation. Just pretend like, you know, whatever. And so you have to think really deep when it comes to reincarnation and past life stuff. People come back on these other lives completely different people than they may have been. You guys could have been sisters or best friends in a previous life, and she's like coming back to help you. You're not looking at it that way right now, but in 6 months or a year, when you have moved on and went to a different place and gotten that fresh start, you're going to be going, man, I'm kind of glad that happened now, because if it hadn't have, this would have never happened. And I feel like that is, long story short, what this is all about. Family. It feels like maybe your family's the only one that, the family's telling you the same thing that I'm telling you here, is she's jealous of you. Try not to take it personally, and your family is behind you and supportive. So don't, you know, don't think that they're not. Okay, here's a whole bunch wanting to come out. So what do we got? This is, okay, this is bringing up shadow work to be dealt with, which is any last insecurities that you have, and in helping you stand in your power and knowing that you're doing the right thing, that you didn't do anything, that this person that's gunning for you is, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with you. It's her crap that's coming up and not yours. And it doesn't feel good, but that's what's going on. And this is helping you purge some of that last insecurities that you have, and helping you move on to a fresh start, probably to, and very possibly to help you move into your life purpose, and forcing you into action. Because like I said, you would not have done this otherwise. Winter, and it's winter right now. And it's snowing at my house. So how does that, if that's what, I feel like because it is winter, and the winter card is, it's kind of like they want you out of there now. They, as in your guides, work. And it's kind of like, we're not going to wait until summer. We want you out of here now. And you're kind of like, oh, I'm flipping out because this is making you move a lot faster than you wanted to or are comfortable with, but you're being forced for fast movement against your will, basically. And the last one is Muse, which I feel like she was just, you know, she was just amused with that. And so she's just not a nice person whatsoever. And I'm sorry you're going through that. But the good news is, and just keep in mind that this was a fated thing. It was going to happen, and it's to help kick you out of your comfort zone and out of your nest and get you into a different place, situation, doing something different of what you are meant to do, is the feeling that I am getting from that. Sorry, I got a frog all of a sudden. And speaking your truth. So some throat chakra stuff coming there. And speaking your truth. Your soul truth. Not just telling somebody off, but your soul truth. And speaking your truth, what you came down here to do. Truth. Okay. I'm like going, they're like, you've got more to say. Keep going. All right. What other messages does the universe have to tell you right now that would be very helpful during this situation? This is helping transform you into your soul purpose, your life purpose. It's helping you step into your power, which you would not have done without a little help from somewhere. So I want that one too. Boundaries. So something in this was also helping you step up and speak about boundaries, about not letting people treat you treat you certain ways and not letting people step all over you. Because if you look at this person, she doesn't have any boundaries and she doesn't have any problems being a bitch. And she was doing that and you were not kind of speaking up for yourself. And that's part of why this was all brought up kind of in your face, is for you to start speaking your truth and start not letting people walk all over you and whatever. So the universe is teaching you some boundaries, or how to set up your own boundaries. I want that one. Protection. So I feel like that just says that you are being protected, even though at this point in time that you don't. It feels like it's kind of like them against you, but you are being protected throughout this. And just know that there's a reason for this happening. And one last one. Affirmations. So just keep reminding yourself, you know, kind of I'm a good person. I didn't do this. This is all about her. She's jealous of you. She's jealous of your light. And just be confident in who you are and what you stand for and why you do what you do and maybe why you said what you said. And that you were doing the right thing, and just remind yourself of that whenever you're going through this. And, you know, it'll be over before long. And just know that there was a true purpose for this. And keep in mind, every time you start doubting or get frustrated about it, the Wheel of Fortune is a destiny card. This was meant to happen. This was meant to happen to get you to move forward. As not fun as it is. And usually that happens because, you know, it's like the universe is kind of pecking you on the shoulder for a while. And you're not listening and ignoring them. And then finally they start, you know, knocking at the door and turning up the heat or whatever. And then finally they're like, all right, she's not listening. So we're going to have to make dire straits here. And that's when they bring in Wicked Witch of the West. So I think that's it. We'll talk more in February and see if you've moved through this phase. Hopefully you're kind of done with that whole thing and resolved in your head that it was meant to be and there are better things out there for you. I am working on some special readings for Valentine's Day for those of you who are alone on Valentine's Day and don't want to be. And maybe you are with somebody or dating somebody, but you're still not with them on Valentine's Day as a couple. And I'm doing some blocks for the both of you of things that you or they need to work on. And so hopefully next Valentine's Day, you will not be home alone by yourself watching me on YouTube. Anyway, I will see you guys 1st of February. Have a great last 2 weeks of January. Bye.